Sorry for the late timing, but today I'll be finally discussing the newest Marvel movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Not as good as Morbius, but was still certainly good. The whole plot of the movie is this girl named American Chavez is being chased throughout the multiverse and is being chased so that the demons, I'm quoting by the way, you just can't see it, trying to harness her ability for their own, which her powers let her make a star-shaped portal to travel the multiverse. We then get introduced back to Doctor Strange, aka Steven, and he goes to his long lost lover's wedding, Christine Palmer, and they have a very awkward discussion about what could have been, but it didn't work out. At first, I thought this movie did what Sonic did and had a very useless wedding scene, but this movie actually made it have some kind of importance, so Sonic Team take notes. Apparently, American Chavez is the only one of her kind, and she stumbles into our Doctor Strange's universe, and Doctor Strange, being the hero he is, protects her from a Cyclops squid. It's probably the coolest monster I've seen in a movie. This movie has a lot of cool monsters in it, by the way. This isn't your typical Marvel movie either. I would classify this more as a horror movie. It was that scary, honestly. Okay, anyways, Doctor Strange seeks out Wanda Maximoff, who is now referred to as the Scarlet Witch, one of the most powerful beings in the multiverse, or at least the universe, I'm not very sure. But she's powerful either way, and Doctor Strange explains his dilemma to her, but she surprises him and says she wants to use American Chavez's ability to see her kids, and if you have never watched WandaVision, I suggest you do, as it makes a lot more sense. Doctor Strange is totally shocked and refuses, and not long after, Wanda appears angry looking for the kid, and she has an epic battle with the sorcerers, but ultimately defeats them at Carmitage, and escapes what I think is the mirror dimension without a sling ring, so you know it's getting real, and there's no stopping her. She almost steals American Chavez's power, but Steven intervenes and grabs her and jumps into the portal, then takes them to multiple universes, and this scene was so visually stunning. All of the visuals were amazing in this movie, and Sam Raimi is directing this one, so you know there are going to be jump scares and scenes that make you jump. They arrive to a universe that looks like theirs. Steven, I mean, because American Chavez is from a completely different universe, and they find Carmitage. I think I said that right, I'm not sure. And Mordo is there, who at the end of the original Doctor Strange in the post-credits was stealing powers from sorcerers. He greets them inside and drugs them, and they wake up in a glass case and are meted by Christine, but a different version of her, and some Ultron bots, but they are good, so this universe might be what could have been if everything went right and the snap didn't happen, and if Doctor Strange sacrificed himself instead of giving up the Time Stone. Then Strange is taken to meet the Illuminati, a secret group apparently from the comics, but to my disappointment, there was no Iron Man variant, but cool enough, there was Reed Richards from Fantastic Four, played by John Krasinski, who I love, and pulled off being Reed Richards pretty well, and also Captain Carter from the What If series was also there, and if you don't know who that is, it's pretty much just a British version of Captain America, and Charles Xavier in his comic book wheelchair, which if you've ever watched the trailer, you would have known that already. Okay, so back to Wanda. She has Wong tied and forces him to take her to, like, this ruin place or temple. I can't remember, but they go there, and these monsters don't attack them, but bow down to her, and she finds out that this temple place was built for her and has spells on the wall, that allow her to take her doppelganger form from another universe, which is the universe that Steven and American Chavez are in right now, which I think is called skinwalking or something like that, and control herself from there. And she does just that and busts into the secret facility that Strange is in and fights the Ultron bots and the Illuminati group, with the exception of Mordo. And my first complaint is that they kill off Reed Richards and even Charles Xavier in the span of like 15 minutes. I mean, you can't kill Charles Xavier, so that is one thing that I did not like and thought was bad because it was not hard for Wanda to eliminate them. The only one who really puts up a fight is the Captain Marvel variant, but she ends up dying too. Steven escapes her and goes through a door that has the Book of Good, I think it's called, that allows Steven to use spells to eliminate Wanda. Wanda eventually finds them and hacks American Chavez and sends them to a dimension where there is an evil version of himself. He also skinwalks like how Wanda has and controls a dead version of himself and uses these black ghosts to attack her, and eventually American Chavez opens a portal to Wanda's kids, and Wanda sees how scared they are and how she's evil after throwing around the other version of Wanda, who she had controlled, and understands that she's basically the bad guy and has to stop hurting people. So she destroys the whole entire temple place, and it looks like herself as well, but I highly doubt Marvel would do that. And then it ends. So Doctor Strange also starts having a mental breakdown, and a third eye appears on his forehead, just like the evil Doctor Strange had. And the post-credit is... That's the post-credit, by the way. And it's kind of meh, not gonna lie, compared to all the other post-credits. And he follows... and then afterwards, there's another post-credit where he follows a woman who also looks like a sorcerer into a portal that looks like the whole scene from the first Doctor Strange with the Dormammu I've come to bargain. Okay, so now to talk about the things I didn't like. First off, the movie is kind of short, and seems like there are some questions that should have been answered and not left a mystery. Like, is Mordo okay, and why hasn't he escaped the hole he was stuck in after Doctor Strange left him in? And why do we kill off Charles Xavier that quick into the movie? And why is the plot seem like it was written as a 5th grade project? Like, it was pretty much just evil witch wants to steal girl's power to visit her kids. Not very complex compared to Spider-Man No Way Home, which I thought wasn't as good as this one and was wildly overrated. The Batman still will be my #1 movie of the year, and I don't expect that to change, but the plot was kind of weak in this movie. The horror in this movie was scary, and I still don't know how this was a PG-13 movie, and I like how I said, the visual effects were amazing, even with the mildly good writing. Doctor Strange was a better protector to American Chavez rather than with Peter Parker, so he was good, but this movie should have been called Wanda in the Multiverse of Madness, because honestly, she was the best part of the movie, and it kind of seemed like more of the main character than Steven. But with all that said, I rate this movie a 7 out of 10. I did like it more than the original, and if you like horror movies or superhero movies, definitely watch this. Thank you for listening, and please like and subscribe, and goodbye.